fun hopping on here on the weekends.
Yeah. 53-minute edition today, gentlemen. We're live here. I got to start up the Instagram. Give me 1 second.
What's the move date, Dave?
We got to be out of here, I guess, a week from actually by Friday. So
nice.
We close the following week on both houses, but so it's good. We're getting it. You just don't. I mean, you guys know you don't realize how much you accumulate. I mean, it's just unbelievable. What a waste. What a waste. So just trying to get rid of stuff.
Well, you got plenty of time, so don't run. Who's moving that big piano?
Yeah, put that thing on my back. We're just gonna go for it.
Yeah, or just flip a switch and it's moved.
That's right. Which is nice.
It's awesome. I'm up here at the lake today, gonna do some stuff, and I just right before we started, I just heard a bunch of like guys yelling, like two dudes, and I'm like, what the? I turn around and there's like a couple guys on a bass boat, just landed a monster.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm yelling at him. I'm like, put it back. That's mine. What's up, Peter?
Yo, what's happening?
Hey, man.
Peter.
Thanks for joining us. I think we might have I don't know. Corey said he's going to try to stop by for 5 minutes. They're cooking breakfast right now, but he just messaged said they might stop by. I don't know who else, but
I might be doing the same thing during. I feel like that adds to the vibe.
Yeah, that's the whole idea, right? We should just be chilling, having some nice breakfast. But I already went to the diner this morning. I had a delicious meatloaf omelet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Is today the birthday?
Today is Joe Mazan's 53rd birthday. So that's why we're doing it. Yeah, thanks. That's why we're doing a 53-minute edition.
Yeah.
I might not live past it. We don't know.
Joe, if I know anything about you, we're going over 53.
No, we're done at 53. I'm going to go work on the lakeshore. My boat's out of storage. We want to get the boat in the water. We want to get we got summer living to do here soon. So
True.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm excited to get some of that done. But and we haven't had nice weather up here. This spring's been horrible, so it's been rainy, cold. We actually have sunshine out today. I'm going to take advantage of that. Yeah. What do you guys
happy birthday to a guy not showing his age.
True.
Nor acting his age, right? That's the key.
I resemble that.
That's good, man. That's good. That's the way to go.
I hope so, man. I hope it's not the way to go. I hope it's the way I stay.
There you go.
You will. The mindset. My in-laws have been acting like they're 75 years old since they were 40,
Oh, yeah. That's no fun.
No.
Yeah. No, I got a lot to do, but I don't, it's like stuff to do that I don't mind, but working on the place up here at the lake, my parents, God rest their souls, their property, and it's going to be, pretty nice place. So, and then being able to enjoy it. So get some stuff together and then maybe be out doing a little fishing come next weekend, hopefully. I'll tell you, it's coming with everything going on. You guys all joke, right? But I just stay busy nonstop, 14, 17, 18-hour day. I don't care, right? But come summertime, I will, there will be at least a break even in between things in the afternoon while I'll be out on that boat fishing. And I don't even care if I catch anything.
Just getting sun.
That's it.
A little sun, a little music.
Yeah.
I got some good sounds on the boat. So that's what it's more about. It's just the kind of downloading and but I will have to be moving soon with not moving a whole house as you are, Dave, but I will be moving the warehouse soon. So I know I'm really looking forward to that.
Did you find a new landing spot?
Yeah. So we got something in the works that hopefully that'll come to fruition in the next several. I'm really, really getting little business opportunity. So that's coming. But in the meantime, there was an old mall. I shouldn't say it was a mall. There's another giant e-com guy down there. Thank you, Armin. Thank you. Yeah, there's I talked to the mall, and they're going to give me a great price on some space. I'll actually be co-located with him. We'll be sharing the same 30,000 square foot Porsche building. Or,
Yep.
yeah, I'm using a couple thousand. That's it. And
For now, maybe
for
later.
now. Well,
Are you
the
gonna
goal
do any retail out of there?
no retail. No.
Yeah, it's tempting though when you got a spot like that. I was just in a spot yesterday. I bought out this guy. I messaged him on Facebook. I happened to see it as I should be moving, and I'm going to buy stuff instead. Like again, right? But I found these toothbrushes that I couldn't pass up, and so I messaged him like, "How many do you have? How many sets do you have?" So he goes back, counts them. He has like a few hundred. I said, "All right, I'll come by and get them." And then while I was there, like I'm having a garage sale today, trying to get rid of stuff. Of course, moving. I start buying. I found a nice desk chair I bought for myself. Whatever. So, but it's really nice because it's that kind of setup. It's at a warehouse. He's got a bay, but he just sets up. He just splits it in half basically, and people come through, buy stuff retail, and then he runs Amazon out back, and just ships a bunch of FBM. So everything he has out on the floor is also listed. And as he sells it, he just quantities and stuff like that he'll take down. But I thought it was a good deal. Honestly, it was clean and the place was mobbed. I mean,
Really?
yeah, I'm sure there's like something like that, around everyone. But I've seen some bigger ones. This one was actually, it wasn't huge. It was in like a kind of almost like a basement of a warehouse. But anyhow, I was just thinking with the mall, it might be an opportunity to maybe even some slow moving stuff or whatever. People come by, and is that guy that has the 30,000 square foot? Does he have a retail space, or is it strictly? Nope. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he does well over 6 to 7 figures every month. He's been around. He's been around for a while. Yeah, does a lot of volume products. Super nice guy. Just getting to know him, and I was. And then within that space, there's another gentleman from our area that's been doing a lot of for years. He's been known as kind of a local expert in eBay, and he's helped a couple businesses launch their eBay and online sales for their like dealerships and stuff like that with parts. So he went off on his own, and he did have a couple of kind of that setup like you're talking about, where he actually offered. But he's moved into the same space, and now he handles a lot of, stuff like that. He's doing a lot of the eBay, the marketplaces, those. And so those two have been collaborating together. So I would see us collaborating as well. I haven't talked to them. But if all works out with this other business option out here, this will be just temporary. It'll be a place to pretty much throw everything for right now. Nice part is with the space, they're not holding me at any type of long-term lease.
Yep.
It's very short-lived. I think it's a 30 or 60-day window. Just let them know and you can be out.
Gotcha.
So,
those liquidation stores, the bin stores, liquidation stores, they've always been attractive to me, man. Because I'm like, all the products you see, you can access, right? You know where they're coming from. You can get them. Yeah. And you don't have to worry about any of the BS, the IP complaints, the inauthentic. You just throw it out there and make money, and people are. They swarm to that stuff because it's so cheap. I mean,
that is pretty sweet to have access to that if you're going to be in the mall anyway.
Right, yeah, and that's around here. There's a couple massive ones. I mean, they took over a Macy's. It was a 2-floor Macy's, and they took up every square inch. And then they now bought the Sears, what used to be a Sears, in the same mall, and it's all just that. It's like they have one side now, the Sears just for pallets, and the other one's just bins, and they just sell. I mean, there's a section for returns, so it's Amazon returns, and then there's a section they get Target, Sam's Club, and they just buy by the truckload, man. And I talked to that guy one day not to go off too far on a tangent, but I had a conversation with the owner, who's been great, and he said that there was one day we had an ice storm here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. It was a few years ago, and I said, man, he had to shut down. I said, did that hurt business? He said, well, on average, we do about 300,000 a day. I said, oh, okay. Yeah. So he's like, but we'll make up for it. I was like, oh, okay. So, I mean, that's the kind of opportunity. It's just insane. And they got trucks all day long, just, unloading. It's It's wild. I actually think, and he'll admit this. He's scaled too much. It's too much. Like now he can't even offload. You know, he's a guy that's kind of like us, probably at scale, where he doesn't want to miss a single opportunity, so he just buys stuff.
Yeah.
Is that a birthday boy?
Yeah.
Today, you're 21 today, Joe.
21. I can't
What's up, man?
remember my 21st birthday. That's how far past it we've gone, buddy.
Doesn't that mean you had a good one?
Yeah. I'm trying to think where I even was for my 21st. That's kind of funny, you know. I think I just moved back from Hawaii to the States, actually. Right around, right shortly before my birthday, which that's not really much of a birthday leave in Hawaii. I think I moved to Buffalo. Yeah.
That's funny.
Poor life choices.
Yeah.
What's up, Brent and Dave? Nice to meet you guys.
Hey, Warner, how's it going?
Joe, you better be careful. Wisconsin will take over your birthday stream here, brother.
Yeah, it's all right.
John Ratio's in the
That's all right. We like Wisconsin in the house. Proud to
So-
have you.
What you up to today?
I'm gonna work.
Of course.
But fun work. I'm working. I don't know. I'm gonna be down on the. I don't know if the camera can see the lake behind us here. I'm gonna be down on. Nah, it's kind of zooming in. I think right. So
The light floods it out.
yeah, the light. I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm gonna go down on the lake shore today and start getting. You know, we here in our weather patterns have to take a lot of the lake stuff out for the winter. So the docks are removed and all that. So we're putting the dock in, the boat hoist. I kind of left one boat hoist in this winter. So we took a risk to see how bad it would freeze. And but no, so trying to get that in, get the boat in the water, kayaks, paddleboard. So all my good friends here can come visit us this summer, hopefully. And we can have some fun and enjoy some time up here.
I would assume that ends with a nice little boat ride near sunset after you're done too. So
absolutely, yeah.
That's what's up.
It's a beautiful ride. So we're I think Corey's gonna drop by for a minute too. He's cooking breakfast. So he just messaged. Good, yeah. It's a beautiful day here in New York, and looking forward to a good week of some business too. Business has been interesting to say the least. The turns we do, and the stuff we're involved in. Dave is supposed to be moving and selling stuff at his garage sale, but he's out buying stuff. Like Brent this week had people with flashlights looking through his basement windows.
Are they casing your house?
I think it was the whole neighborhood. I don't know.
Okay.
They're walkout basements, so pretty easy.
I gotcha.
Pretty easy to bust into a walkout basement, I think. So setting
Is
up
that
some
is
extra security.
is the walkout basement your warehouse?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, used to be.
No warehouse for Brent yet. Brent's involved. So Warner, you guys have never met before, have you? So you met Dave before, though, right? Or no?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. Well, guys, Warner,
we're good.
Dave and Brent, our
Pleasure.
buddies, and Brent's out in Utah, right? And Dave's down in Texas. Dave's down in Texas. We know where Peter is. And,
We do.
Yep.
Yeah, Brent and I had a fun call this week with a potential brand. We can talk about that, I guess, a little bit. We met with a brand owner together in the supplement industry, which I know nothing about, but Brent is a subject matter expert in that. And it was a fun call.
It was interesting. Yeah.
It was what, 2 hours?
Yeah.
Damn. Is he gonna lead somewhere?
What?
Maybe. It's still working on it.
He asked if it's going to lead somewhere, Brent.
It's interesting. It's one of those. I was telling Joe. It's like one of those that you learn more and more about from the brand, and this one might be a bit of more of like we're almost doing a cold launch on his product.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like, okay, like do I launch my own product or I launch his product if I'm putting the money into it and stuff, you know? So, but there's other avenues involved in this one, so it's interesting.
Yeah, unless they give you some insane pricing or something, like you might as well do your own, probably.
I want them to front the product, maybe.
Yeah, that would make sense.
really interesting. And I mean, after the call ended, Brent and I spent a few minutes talking. I learned so much about supplement industry. Like, there's just stuff I had no freaking clue, and I realized I probably don't even want to know more because it's just so. And it's just there's a lot there. It's a crazy market, but nonetheless, nice guy, great guy, right? And got a lot of energy, and.
You might just like charge him a retainer to manage the brand and like ditch the wholesale aspect.
Yeah. We looked at that too. We tabled it for the weekend. Brent and I left the call on Friday saying, let's talk at the end of the weekend on this one. And you know, and this isn't the first one of these calls I've had. I just get so many random opportunities, and I guess if someone came to me and said, hey, we want to sell this thing, it's called a pet rock, I would have probably, right? I would have never thought of selling a rock that was a pet, but somebody did, and somebody launched a brand years ago called the Pet Rock, right? And made a crap load of selling stones. You just never know. You never know. And I think it's sometimes the right people to do the right things at the right time, and the stars align. And so.
And sometimes it's crazy talking to some of these brands, and like some of these guys are just dumping their whole retirement into an idea, you know?
Yeah.
And then hoping for the best.
It's a quick way to find out if they're all in, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This guy's definitely all in.
They got skin in the game, and I trust it a little bit more. I mean, they'll die with that thing, you know, as opposed to somebody just kind of playing around.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, really interesting. So what's going on with you guys? I know Dave's in the middle of a move. That's taken a lot of your time.
It is, but I had a couple small wins. It doesn't sound like much, but the fact that I beat a couple inauthentic and IP complaints this week, the first time I think in my life, I felt like, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but it felt like hundreds of denials for things. And so to have a couple of those happen in the same week, man, it's tiny, but I was fired up. I was like, I'll take this, man. This actually works. Wow. Okay. So I submitted something and they approved it. So
okay, that's good to know, right?
Imagine
because
that.
one of those brands came. Okay, good. I've been meaning to follow up with you because I was concerned.
That just happened this morning, Joe. For that one,
that's awesome. Yeah. Good. We'll let G-Man live another week.
You said it. You said it. No.
He's no show right now, so he's but yeah, that's good to hear. I was hoping, I know it's early out on the West Coast, but our friend Melinda, I think most of you guys all know Melinda. So she's running into the same stuff it sounds like everybody else is with a lot of the Section 3s lately. Her account went deactivated pretty quickly, but everything looks good. She should be hopefully back up in line here soon. Paperwork all looked good. She got the lawyers involved, and I was hoping she'd come on today, and maybe she's been very positive. She sent me a nice little Starbucks birthday gift yesterday. So I was, it was sweet of her, but she looks like, hopefully everything goes good for her this week. But yeah,
that partner store that had a Section 3 hit finally cleared yesterday.
Oh, good.
So that was nice.
What's up,
Hi,
guys?
Corey.
How are you doing?
What's up, Corey?
What's up, man?
What's up?
Thanks for joining. What's for breakfast today?
I just made a big breakfast burrito, some eggs, some chicken, cheese, salsa, that type of action.
If there's one thing I know about Corey, that burrito was like the biggest breakfast burrito you've ever seen, too.
I struggle to roll at it.
I didn't even have to ask.
That's when you know it's good, though. Right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Hey, I don't know if you see on the other side, but Peter's over there. His wife's right around the corner. She wants to know where those cheese sticks are.
Yeah, I definitely ate all of those. I apologize.
Just
for
left. She just left.
That was fun, though.
It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, how's the morning been going? What have you guys been
I mean,
talking
look
about?
behind me. I got a beautiful lake. It's flat, calm out there. There's a guy just caught a huge ass bass and was screaming right before the live took off.
Speaking of people
fun.
screaming right around you, there was a homeless guy just screaming outside my window a couple of minutes ago. So we just missed that, unfortunately. But there's always a scene going on right here.
That wasn't homeless. That was Steven. He's been trying to find you.
That's
Where
too
is he
funny.
today?
Yeah, I was gonna ask where is he? He should be on here.
You know what? I'm gonna be a jerk,
Ooh.
and I forgot to message him.
It's
I was going
probably
down.
okay.
Yeah.
He had his like graduation party yesterday. So
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Oh, so did he just graduate?
Oh,
yeah, he received his paperwork. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
technically, his VA graduated.
Yeah,
His VA graduated.
We're like feel horrible.
His- he did like multiple years of his school. Like, how much
We'll
school
talk
did he
about the
actually go
best
to?
job in the world for that VA. That VA
No, for
just got
sure.
paid to get an American education. That's insane.
yeah.
Jacqueline's off to the side laughing because I think at the wedding, Stephen was explaining to her like his whole setup, or I was explaining to her, I think, his setup.
He
I think
really
it's
had a
hilarious.
VA run his classes.
Yeah, I mean, but he was also going to like New Hampshire.
Yeah, it was all
or
online
something
school.
like that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Good for him.
beast.
Yeah. I actually told him, Peter, I could have made the drive down, and I did contemplate going down, and it's only like 3.5 hours for me, almost just about 4. So
He was giving me flack for not flying in. I was like, I mean,
For his
come on.
graduation,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's not gonna
Through his
happen.
graduation where he did no work.
Right.
you know what? Mind over mind, right? You did great work. So
Yep.
oh man. So a lot of good news today, right? Brent, so just as you got on, Corey, I know Brent. So the guys that know Brent does have a few different. If I'm allowed to say, Brent, can I give a little oversight? You good with that, right? Like, so Brent's involved in a handful of different stores. So he's a multifaceted magician in this space that we're all in. So he has storefronts that specialize in different things. So great way to separate it. And but he had one under Section 3 from something from a couple of years ago, and that was cleared this morning. When was that, Brent? Today, you said, or
He sent me last night.
yeah.
So that I have like partner stores. I partner with people and help them put up their stores and help them manage them and stuff. But that kid was freaking out quite a bit. You know, Section 3 is a pain in the butt no matter what. But
Right.
that kid was freaking out. He's been building this for 2.5 years, and he's like feeling like he's screwed. You know, so it's nice to get a Section 3 cleared.
Well, the good
that
news
was
now.
a pain in the butt.
It seems like the Section 3s are really affecting newer accounts more so than older.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I haven't heard of anybody that's been selling for more than, say, 3 or 4 years that's had to deal with this. I could be wrong. That could just be my limited experience. But
I
is that
haven't
kind of
either.
y'all's experience as well?
I haven't either. Yeah, a lot of my family members are like, because I was telling them about this Section 3, and they're all on Amazon. We're at a family gathering the other day, and they're all like freaking out, like, "Is that gonna hit me? Is that gonna hit me?" Like, everyone's account, all of your accounts are like 8 to 10 years old. I think we're on the tail end of. I think if they're sweeping Amazon sellers, it's years out. You know.
Well, and Joe, did you see what was it Paulo or Tracy shared in the Discord the other day that now Amazon is issuing Section 3s to people just for applying for ungating with a, quote unquote shady invoice. So like applying with an invoice that doesn't appear legitimate is triggering a Section 3 from Amazon just when you apply to get ungated, whether or not you even sold the product or listed the product before. So I think if anything, Amazon's just trying to crack down on a lot of the authenticity issues that are becoming more prevalent.
I hadn't heard about the ungating thing. That's interesting. I haven't.
Apparently that was straight from Seller Basics. I think he quoted like a Seller Basics like email or press release of some sort.
That's annoying though.
Yeah,
I haven't seen anyone lose it who is like actually buying legitimate stuff though, which is nice. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah, I haven't really either.
Yeah, it's not like ungating. They'll sit there and deny something that should be working 20 times in a row. But the Section 3s, it seems like they get right for the most part.
Right.
I
think this last one was hard. I think this last one was hard because of one of the invoices was like faded and stuff. I think that was the hiccup. But you throw some highlighting on there, and it always seems to help.
Put some red text, call it good.
Yeah,
Brent, what's interesting? We're talking about your Section 3 specifically. So somebody else I know, same product. I won't say if you don't want me to the brand name.
I don't care. It was
don't care?
Stanley's.
Okay, so Stanley's, right? So Stanley's in the heyday, I know a handful of people in this. Well, I know a couple of them in this group sold a crap load of them. But there were order cancellations that still got delivered. Right.
Yeah, so that's what I had on this one too.
That's
So-
what it was, right?
Yeah. So it was weird because I had Dick's Sporting Goods order cancellations that still got delivered. And I have no order confirmations. I can't Dick's won't give me invoices. Well, they will, but they say canceled across the whole thing. But no, you shipped them to me. You did ship them to me, So it was a little stressful because I'm like, I don't know how you get around this eventually, but they took it eventually. They finally took it. So
Yeah, and that's what's crazy is a bunch of people got Stanleys that potentially they didn't pay for, like, because they were like, it was so random. Stanleys would show up after the orders were canceled. So now when you go back for the paperwork, so I never asked you that question because somebody else I know that was a
you can,
same
if you want, I can message them. I can show them what I submitted. That
Yeah.
worked out.
No, they're good right now, but the same thing happened to them. Yeah, it's interesting though.
It's like when the Rakuten hits and they canceled your order for a while. Like Shop Disney, they just kept paying me the Rakuten, so I placed a Shop Disney order every day. They would cancel it and it would give me $300. I did it for like 2 weeks and then they caught on to it.
That Rakuten check I got was like 95% canceled orders.
Yeah,
It was like 4 bands.
yeah.
No wonder Disney is a happy place. So Brent, the good news then is that's all cleared up now. Now Corey, we need to put the hard sell on him and push him into the group now. He's ready to roll.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, we can definitely talk about it.
I've been giving Brent hell for that to come on in, but yeah. So what?
Forgot about it. Sounds good.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Hey
Yeah,
Corey,
what
you were saying Ungates were getting hit with Section 3s. Are they specific to that ASIN when they're hitting? Do you know?
No, apparently it's specific to like the quality of the invoice. So if you submit an ungate request using an invoice that for whatever reason Amazon deems to be sketchy, or if the supplier looks shady or whatever, Amazon's triggering Section 3s just from the ungating process, like not even having listed that product or that brand.
So if you're submitting the pictures of the dog X-ray, you're getting Section 3 now.
Possibly, yeah, that's what it looks like.
Just the photo of me with a thumbs up saying, yeah, those aren't going to fly. And I hope they don't look at the old. Yeah, I know a bunch of people that were reading the words in the seller investigator's post, and they're literally definitely checking the wording. It says anyone who is submitting. So I was talking to the guy, goes, well, it doesn't say submitted, so I'm good. So I was
Like
dude.
currently,
Right,
yeah,
yeah,
submitting
that's
like
their
future
problem.
plans.
Right.
Well,
right.
it
'Cause the
is interesting to talk about though, because is it like, does that prevent you from going for auto ungates? Or I don't think so then, right? Because if you're not,
Right.
you haven't yet submitted.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it prevents you from going for auto ungates.
That's good.
Yeah, I wonder sometimes too if they don't do some of these things because they are aware there's a social media communities out there that they only have to do a few of them and then the word spreads, right? And then it might self-correct itself a little too, just because people hear the room, they hear the talk and so maybe they do a few of them and then the communities it spreads like wildfire and people behave a little better. I don't know. What else we got going this week? I've been coordinating purchases more than I've been purchasing. That's been fun. We've had some fun things going on in that world with work within Corey's community. So that's been really exciting.
And what's the status, Joe, on that most recent order, the big one for like what, 385K?
Yeah, it's just waiting for some payments to come through. Hopefully we see them in the bank tomorrow.
Nice.
Stuff could ship as early as Thursday or Friday's the hope to get all that shipped in. And so really what that we do there is we Corey has a private community membership type based thing with a lot of cool people. And we organize group buys on large buys. So this one was just under 400,000. It's going well so far. I'm really excited. We organized that, I think, across. This was shared between 5 people, and the ASIC support 5 people all day long. No worries. We're going to have even a corner on the market with this SKU because of the way we're buying the inventory up, and it's an end of line type item. So it'll be really should be a good success story at the end. Everything's the stars are aligning, and hopefully we get it all coordinated and shipped out this week. So it's a lot of fun, to be honest. A lot of moving parts, and interesting to say that I did hear, and I don't mind sharing it, that there's a rumor. Good thing about this community, getting involved in this type of stuff too, is you hear a lot of information, or what I call intel, and we are getting rumors that there's some merchandise starting to pop on the market that you want to be careful of out there right now. And there's we all know about the Ninja stuff from a few years ago, right? Everybody heard about that or knows something or has a friend involved in that, where just some ninjas end up on the market. It appears that's happening again with some potential products. I don't want to scare anyone away, so I won't say. I think it's happening. The latest intel. I think it's good to share all that right now, because I'm still trying to figure it out if it's 100% truthful. But it looks like there's going to be some higher end appliances coming out on the market that might be stolen FBA trucks, possibly.
Oh, they were. I didn't realize it was FBA trucks. I just assumed it was manufacturer shipments.
No, so the rumor is these. So we're looking at, keep an eye out for vacuums, air purifiers, and some kitchen appliances. If you see some deals that are too good to be true, you might want to double check that source right now. That's all for now. And if I get some more info this week, I'm going to try to nail it down to making sure it's valid before I start. But it sounds like they're showing up, and someone has said that there was FBA stickers on the product.
Oh, interesting. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So good suppliers, right, will tell you this. That's right. We have a supplier we work with that came right out and said, "Hey guys, keep an eye out. It's be aware." To me, that's a great supplier that's telling us that, right? Rather than the supplier that's calling us with a phenomenal deal on aka on a Ninja, right? And they show up with a $20 buy cost on something that should be a buy cost of 80 or 90. But
when you think about it too, like, it's in our suppliers' best interest to make us aware of these things, because if we buy from somebody else and our account goes down or something bad happens, that just takes away from the business that we could be doing with this other supplier. So, it sounds cliche at this point, but like, relationships are the name of the game, and it's a two-way street, right? The more we do business with them, the more we buy, the better the relationship is, and the better the relationship is, the more of this kind of insider intel they're willing to give up, and it kind of is like a flywheel. Everybody continues to win.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. And as the network of that community grows, right? Because that's a whole different community, distributors and how they all intermingle and work together or compete against each other, but also buy and sell to each other. It's a thick mess of friendships and business transactions. So one thing we've started doing is question. Words matter, right? So, hey, how's your paperwork? Oh, our paperwork's great. Well, all right. So let me ask you, right, what does that mean? Let me ask you this. If one of our buyers has a problem, how far are you willing to go to help us back up that buyer? We've had one of our distributors go, our lawyers are your lawyers. Okay. All right. Right. And they mean it. Like, they don't just say it, they mean it. Another distributor just started talking and said, hey, we'll give you our full supply chain. We no secrets here. We'll tell you exactly, show you who we're buying. So that was great. So what does that mean? We'll show you our supply chain. But they said redacted, of course. Well,
yeah,
I've had right. But I've had a supplier, Brent's smiling. I had a supplier send me stuff once that was redacted. Well, they redacted everything that you needed. Right. So, important question. When you say redacted, what does that mean? Right. And that means pricing, discounts will be redacted. Well, okay, I can live with that. But you're going to have the name, the address, phone number, website of the vendor. Okay, that helps, right? So, interesting stuff.
Well, and again, it's in these suppliers' best interest to provide that information, because if the farther they're willing to go on behalf of their buyers, the more loyal their buyers are going to be, and two, the more they're going to spend, right? So it's kind of a give and take for these distributors of determining, well, how much are we willing to give up in order to get potentially a lot more in return, right? And also balancing the risk of their customer cutting them out of the equation and going to their supplier, which is where that relationship component comes in, right? For example, Joe, the supplier that we work very closely with within our community, they know for a fact that we're never going to cut them out, right? We have so much more to lose by cutting them out and going to their source than we do by saving an extra 5 to 10% to go to their source, right? It would be incredibly short-sighted. They realize that, we realize that, and so that's the reason that they're willing to back us up on a lot of these issues.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? We're having conversations, and they're like, "Oh, so and so from such and such company said to say hi. Like, we're happy you guys are happy with their like." So they're actually giving us the names of their, they're dealing directly with it. So it's just a whole different, right? I look in this room right now between the 6 of us, and there's so many different ways we're all in this business together and doing different methodologies. It's so cool.
We're all catching up to Pete.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, exactly.
We're trying.
Unbelievable.
I'm just
Pete's
trying to
leaking the sauce on the whiteboard, though. We're about to catch up
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
no,
can see
I know.
mine behind me, but you probably can't read any of my handwriting.
I was thinking about it. I was like, "There's not." That was just me explaining something to Jamie.
Where you going, like It's Always Sunny style, like
Oh yeah,
With like the
Rakuten and the
old
gift card and the.
the master
That's a
plot.
meme waiting to happen. It's like how to stack the OA discounts.
All right.
It's that
I'm-
scene of
I think
I'm
I've already
stealing it right now, Corey.
that's so good. That's so good. Joe,
I
happy
mean,
birthday, by the way. Is it today?
yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. 50 freaking 3
Today?
today. Yeah, right
Nice.
now. It's crazy.
You gonna get the
Happy
boat
birthday.
in the water today?
Probably no boat today. The boat's out of the storage barn, which is actually my old warehouse. So that the boat's out and I'm out soon. So, no, today is going to be the some of the dock. We have so we have 100 feet of lake frontage down there somewhere. We have like a nice concrete kind of patio that was redone a few years ago. Had to go through tons of EPA and DEC, all these approvals. We did that, pain in the butt, but had it done. It's like 18 by 10. Well, 18 by 10 wasn't big enough for me. I want a deck that goes out over the water, and then I could not get permission to build the deck. I could not get the permits. I could not get the approvals. So that didn't stop. Wait, are we live? No. So instead I have I had a dock builder, or a guy that does aluminum docks. He welded us 2 8-foot by 10-foot dock frames that will bolt together, making it 16 wide by 10 deep, which will go off the concrete pad, the patio, and it'll go out onto this deck, which will have the fire pit, the Adirondack chairs on it. So it's a dock, not a deck. So then the dock will be off of that, and then we'll have the boat in the water soon. Jet skis, kayaks, paddleboards, all that good stuff.
Pete, was that tweet an auto retweet, or did you just go through and manually retweet the
Oh, I
meme that
just
we were
found it really quick.
Okay, I was like, if that was just a coincidence, that's crazy.
That would be wild. Yeah.
Because it was from March 26th. I'm surprised that you were able to locate it that quickly.
Move with speed over here, Corey. Move with speed.
Sense of urgency.
Oh shit!
I can't have Warner stealing my tweets.
Now I see.
Oh,
the
you
only
already
two
posted
tweets
one
on my
like that
timeline
like 2
back
months
to back
ago.
with
All right,
those two.
I just ripped a different version of it.
That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Coupons, cashback, gift cards, loyalty points, and sales tax
That's a good one. That's a
advantage.
good one.
You gotta love that. I got us another gift card on the wholesale. I got another Amazon Freight gift card, I believe.
Oh, I
saw
just got one yesterday. or
Did
2
you?
days ago,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so anyone that is not familiar with that one, Amazon Freight, if you refer anyone, it's $150 for each person. Amazon gift card. So I think actually, Corey, you referred me. We each got one. Then I referred, I think, 2 people so far. I don't know. Just one popped through the other day. I think it might have been from Paulo or somebody.
Yeah, I've referred a few people. I mean, they've got a really good referral program because not only does the referrer get a $150 Amazon gift card, but the referee, if that's the right word, also gets that gift card. And I mean, we've talked at length within our community specifically, but publicly as well about the benefits of using Amazon Freight, full truckload shipments, and all the benefits those provide, like on live unloading, significantly cheaper per pound shipping rates, the ability to reroute destination FCs under certain scenarios, and just lots of benefits that provides.
And the rerouting, they changed the rate is interesting on that, right? So learning curve on that. Let's say all your stuff is going to LAS1 in Vegas, or some of your stuff, let's say it's going to California somewhere, and then one of the pallets or two of the pallets are going to Vegas. The shipment in California, let's say it's $500 for a full truckload or $600 for a full truckload. When you reroute, taking that one from Vegas and reroute it to Cali, it doesn't go to that $500 rate. So this was a learning lesson. They mixed the two rates together. So if Vegas was $1,100 for a full truckload, Cali was $500 for a truckload, your actual price will be in the middle of those two. So they're making more, but which is great because Amazon makes the rules about moving these pallets to different places. Then they charge you more to move and then they charge you a placement fee. So it's, and again, right, none of these fees are and they don't end the game, but you just have to be knowledgeable of them and know what those fees are going to be. So I think we saw in this last big order placement fees and everything ended up at $4 a unit. So good to know. None of us really knew that going in, what it was going to look like, but ended up at $4.40 a unit.
You're saying placement fees and inbound shipping combined, or just placement fees?
Placement fees. Just placement fees. Size of the item changed the automatic to $1 something per item for placement fee, automatic. You're doing minimum, right? So we're sending these to one location. And then I think over 5 pounds, it charges you so much another rate, right? So ended up on these items, $4.50, $4.30, somewhere right in there. But
and then how much for inbound shipping?
Sorry, what was that?
How much for inbound shipping on those per unit? You remember?
Don't know yet. We'll know hopefully tomorrow.
But I mean, regardless, it's going to be probably 10 to 20 cents per pound. Because I mean, you got to keep in mind that that these are, well, first of all, the buy cost on these is in like the $380 range, and they're like 35 pounds per unit. So from a percentage standpoint, yeah, $4. I mean, from just like a pure dollar standpoint, right? $4 plus per unit for placement fees sounds astronomical, but from a percentage standpoint, you're talking what, 1.5% of the buy cost is what you're going to pay in placement fees, and then an additional, you're talking placement fees and inbound shipping combined is going to account for less than 2% of the purchase price per unit. So, and these have a huge spread of like, at some points you're going to make $100 profit per unit on these.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's all relative for sure.
I just trying to learn it all still. And as they change, staying on top of it,
I just pulled up the placement fee tables, and I think you're maxing out the top placement fee.
Yeah, good. That's how we do things, man. We do it. We max it.
For better or for worse.
Yeah, you max out fees. That's your MO.
That's a tweet.
It's reflecting fees now.
Yeah.
There's 150 pounds.
I saw somebody who's reflecting on gates now.
It's okay to max out fees when we're maxing out your profit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
I didn't realize placement fees went that high though.
Yeah.
It's on the oversized stuff, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I didn't know that either.
Did you know that there's a size tier called, it's like, there's small oversize, I think regular or like large oversize, and then there's, I think, 1 or 2 oversized tiers above that. And I found that out when we were trying to buy these Ashley Furniture mattresses at a very good price. And then there's George with a cone on his head. He just got neutered.
George.
But we tried to send it, or we were thinking about buying these mattresses. So we created a test shipment just to see if we had enough space. We were going to buy 200 mattresses. Turns out we only had enough storage for, I think, 5 of them, because it was an entirely separate storage tier that we had maybe like 50 cubic feet of storage here. And what we were looking to buy was like hundreds of cubic feet. So that's something that we almost learned the very hard way. But yeah, believe it or not, there's, even size tiers above like large oversize.
The new graduate might be joining us. He just texted.
The graduate.
Oh, really? Well, he can sub in for me because I got to run here in a second, guys.
Go eat your food. Go eat your breakfast.
Yeah.
Man.
You guys enjoy the rest of the day. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah. See you, bud.
All right, see y'all.
I might hop off as well. I'm gonna hit a little morning walk. Happy birthday, Joe.
You're afraid of Steven, aren't you?
Who's Steven? I'm pretty sure he's just the graduate now. I'm pretty sure that's just what we call him.
He's a mix.
Steven does graduation. We got to change the Instagram handle.
Does he bring his VA to his graduation party?
He should have flown his VA in to walk for him.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys.
Man,
You guys have a good rest of your Sunday.
On, buddy.
Happy
Talk to
Nice
you later.
nice meeting you.
Hopefully. Oh man, that's awesome. We only I really want to keep it to the 53 minutes for the 53rd birthday. That's the plan here. So
Well, Steven's got to come in for the last.
we do.
6
That was
minutes.
perfect. It's actually
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good way to wrap
It's just
up the
enough
show.
Steven for the day.
Man, that's crazy. You could pull that off these days. Have a VA take your whole classes for you.
Times have changed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, did I pay my wife to take online classes for me in college?
yeah.
100%, but the rate was much higher. Like,
Right, my wife
But
finished
is
all
that
my
a marriage? Was that a marriage joke or just in general? Was that a
it wasn't as intended as a marriage joke, but it plays.
and my wife had to finish her degree and then she came and finished my degree. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
I went to Ecuador my senior year of high school, and we have to do a here he comes. Wait, the graduate.
Some people call me now.
You just missed Warner. He's named you the That's all you're no longer.
I was
Steven.
listening on my phone, but you didn't send me a link, Joe.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dude. No, I'm sorry. I was trying to send stuff out today. I need to. We're going to change this. I think this will be the last Sunday. I think for this. Well, for
Okay.
timing, I think we're going to move this to a Coffee and Commerce happy hour edition for the rest of the summer. For the summer months, and do something like mid-afternoon on an afternoon.
So much better. Sundays, I'm always half hungover, or I'm waking up, driving back home, and then I get the text from Joe. Hey, Joe, join the stream, and I'm like,
Yeah. Well, this might sound crazy to people listening, but this is not scripted or rehearsed, or this is not a directed and executed show, right? This is literally last minute shoot out messages. Who can join? And that's where I always wanted it to be. I just wanted it to be random and cool people come on and just chat, and that's what it is, man.
I feel like the audience is not going to be shocked that this isn't scripted.
Yeah, you don't really.
We got George in the background post surgery. Jamie's popping around the camera every so often.
Yeah.
Hey Steven, if you're gonna go by The Graduate now, you should probably go watch the movie The Graduate.
Yeah.
Probably have
low ROI on time. But
you should probably go check that one out if you're gonna go by The Graduate though.
Low ROI, he says on that.
see this?
That's
Come to
yeah.
Graduate. Joe
Is
just
that
didn't
from
come
Joe?
last
No, dude. Well, you know what? I'll be honest. I knew I'd never make the drive home today. Look at you.
Do you have the degree in hand?
That is in the mail right now.
Whose
Where?
name's on the degree, Steven?
Mm-hmm.
Steven, I did the whole college thing myself. I worked hard. I really did.
Hey, it's pretty that's pretty impressive. It's impressive in
You're-
itself.
Your
My brother
social
had,
media.
net
lately
60
has been-
terms with it.
Oh, sorry, Peter. Go ahead.
I was just going to say he's got like net 60 terms with his college VA.
Oh yeah, it's that 60 with her too.
No.
Like literally, I pay her every 2 months. Like,
Really?
Like he's offered to pay her more frequently. He's like, don't worry about it.
She said, don't worry about it. Every 60 days.
That's awesome.
Sometimes I get a text. Sometimes I get a text from her being like, "Yeah, can you pay me? I kind of need some money right now." I'm like, "Yeah, you want half?" She's like, "Yeah, it works for me." Then I'll pay the other half when the semester's done. But I sent her $500 yesterday. Just like, thank you for your help.
Graduation present.
Yep. And now she's
And,
working.
I one of the VAs that we had on the team for a little while, her money wasn't going through, and I put everything into Wise auto pay, right? Just assume she was. I just didn't check, and all of a sudden one day, Brian calls me. He's like, "Dude, have you paid?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I thought she hasn't gotten paid in like 2 months, and we do biweekly." I'm like, "What?" And she never said anything. So I reached out to her. I said, "Hey, have you not been?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "Wait a second. We're paying you like you're." She just didn't check that. So it made me actually wonder. I'm like, how many other people is she working for that she didn't
That's
notice?
what I would wonder about at that point.
But and it wasn't that. She just trusted it was going like it because she's getting it from two of us. We each paid her independently. But just different personalities, different styles. And she didn't check. And I felt we caught her all up, of course, but and a little extra.
And mine said like her parents and all of her friends like, yeah, get paid weekly. Like he could screw you out. Like he could. I'm like, she's like, no, he won't. She's like, he'll take care of me. So
I
yeah.
don't trust.
What do you say?
Yeah, you need to do a trip over there. That should be your next trip, Steven. You should go there. And
I've been in the Philippines for about 4 hours on the layover. Joe, join me.
huh?
We can go to China together too.
No way, dude. You're all on your own there.
Come on.
Yeah, I feel like that doesn't go well.
Joe, you can negotiate my way out. You're a great talker.
Yeah,
Always.
I want nothing to do. I just saw I'm sitting out on our patio, and I think I just saw like a little field mouse. There's fields behind us. I think I just saw a little field mouse running across our pet. Like, look where that little bastard's going. We might have to get the assault rifle out and take that mouse out.
Send the video.
Yeah, right. I've got a good one. I'll send you. It's good. We have a fully automatic assault BB gun. Shoots 30 rounds in like 3 seconds. I don't even know. Like, we're gonna blast some mice with it later. If that's what that
We
was.
support that down here in Texas, man. I'll tell you that right now. Hell yeah, buddy. Wake up, start blasting shit. So
Don't try with airsoft guns, Joe. We made that mistake.
Yeah.
It didn't turn out pretty.
That somebody see it and call the police.
Oh no, just it was not it did not do the effective need.
Oh,
man.
Oh yeah. If you're gonna do that, you want to make it clean.
Yeah, well, we won't talk about that live too much.
That's hilarious. Well, you know what's going on up here, and my both daughters are graduating, right? Well, seniors this year, and the senior class does this thing easy, Steven.
Steven's the number one.
We've had this conversation. Yeah.
I'm just waiting, Joe.
Hey, I'm gonna leave your mom alone today. So that we were clear.
Well, Joe, if your daughter's grades ever slip, you just have to be like, Steven did it. That's all you got to say. That's all you have to say. You can't slip below 3.
That's what I'm saying.
It's so funny. They their school has a thing called Assassin, and it's a hold on, I'm just sending a message or so it's called Assassin, and the kids that want to participate throw in $5 or $10. I don't know the amount, and it's all run through an app, and it's all done with squirt guns. And if you heard of this, like so it's a legit game that runs for weeks, like. So the app, I believe, randomly assigns you someone to assassinate, and you have to squirt them. You have to physically get them with a squirt gun. And it has to be recorded. And there's rules: cannot be done like during school, at a place of employment, or in a moving vehicle. And the kids plot like and they're supposed to obviously have a secret of who they have, and no one's supposed to know. And then they have purge days. Or when it runs, I don't know if it's for so many hours or the whole day, but when they run a purge, it's a free for all, and anyone can get anyone out. So they were down to 17 players last night. One of my daughters is still in, and she's taking it seriously. I love it. It's absolutely awesome. But one of the girls got taken out pretty quick by one of her best friend, tricked her, and no, I would tell you if I had you type thing. And they got in a car to go get coffee and pulled up to the coffee place and stopped the car and boom. But it's been quite interesting to hear some of the stories. I was talking to guys that own a restaurant down the road from us here at the foot of the lake, and his kids graduated last year. They said that there was a father and son that climbed on top of the roof of the restaurant, waited 3 hours for this guy's son to get out of work. And 3 hours later, I'm like, that's kind of dangerous. You're laying on some business owner's roof, like, I know a couple kids have had the local police called on them for suspicious vehicles sitting in front of people's houses.
Man,
But-
these guys are looking to get shot with a road gun. Like, if someone was on my business's roof, man, I'm coming out with a shotgun. Like,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This I'm all about that stuff. Sounds like a blast, but I'd get worried, man. This doesn't end well.
Yes.
Like,
You got to send out a PSA that you're doing this. Like,
It sounds like the
Yeah,
start of
right.
like
Well-
a scary, some sort of scary movie, a low budget.
It
Scary
is
movie.
interesting to say, right? I know my daughter's squirt guns are white, pink, and blue, right? They're very evident that they are goofy looking squirt guns, right? There's no realism to them at all. But I was talking to a lieutenant from our local sheriff's department the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, what do you think about all this?" He's like, "What do you?" They didn't know. I'm like, I assumed someone did tell them this is kind of going on at this time frame, just to, but they didn't know that. So yeah, I think that is a good idea they published. But how much? A couple of my friends, we were talking, and they're like, "Why didn't we ever have anything like that?" I'm like, "Well, first of all,
yeah,
we didn't have,
at that age, that sounds like a blast.
we didn't have cell phones with it."
Right.
And I go, "But we had BB gun wars. Like we literally had BB gun wars where we would go in the woods and training for the Hunger Games. Yeah, 100%. We full on BB gun wars. Like would go, yeah, no joke."
This is Joe's midlife crisis calling. He's gonna join the assassin game. He's like top of the charts.
I
He's
want
just
in.
sneaking up on 18-year-olds all day long now. So.
Yeah,
so you go get one
so
of those
what I
like
do is-
Spyro guns that's like actually like an automatic like water gun.
they have them. So some of the
Yeah.
kids have like my daughter
Yeah.
wants me to buy her the electric one. I'm like,
Yeah.
The gun's not gonna make the difference in winning the game, right? It's a mind game here, and it's the waiting it out and playing it smart. But I mean, I'm into it. I'm not joking. I wish I had it. I normally have it at this house, but I have this fully automatic BB gun. It's a true AR converted to a BB gun. The companies that make them are legit. They're real weight. They're real. I mean, they're everything. It's got a green dot laser on it. It's got, and so I go out and I'll walk around our driveway with it. And so I'll go out and walk around the driveway, carrying it around. And so if there's any kids sitting out there waiting for her, they maybe get a little nervous, but they probably all know it's a BB gun by now. But and there's no BBs really even in it when I do that. I'm not going to shoot the damn kid, but trying to scare him off. Pretty
have
funny.
you done that before? You've scared kids off?
Yeah. So she's free game from the house to the car, right? So they could be hiding in the bushes, they could be hiding in and come right. So free game once she's from that front door to the car. So I want her to park the car so she can get out of the car door, be right in the house. She had to sing the national anthem for our other daughter's senior lacrosse game the other night, and I was like, okay, this is wide open, right? She's going to be at the high school stadium, which is free game because she's not in class. She's got to get from the car down to the field. So I was like, all right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to park at the college next door. I'm going to bring the golf cart and take our golf cart. And if you're in the golf cart moving, you can't be shot. I literally will drive you out into the middle of the field to sing the national anthem.
You'll be acting the Secret Service out here.
Yeah. Yeah, she thought that was a big.
Will you take a bullet for her? Like a
I would
water
take.
spray?
Yeah. Oh, I walk with her with an umbrella because they actually you have to be hit with the squirt gun. So I walk next to her with a huge umbrella when she's out, like to shield her. Yeah, I'm her
Is
Secret
there
Service.
is there an award for getting first in that?
Yeah, it's the money. So whatever's in the pot.
You have to buy in.
Melinda's here. I didn't know Melinda was down there. I didn't see her. Melinda,
Hi, I just joined
how are you?
from my bed. Good.
And Linda,
Hi.
Hello.
All
How
right,
are
guys.
you,
I think
Melinda?
next ASD we start Amazon seller assassin game.
Love it.
until we get
Oh,
out of
that's
ASD,
Yeah.
we shoot water guns at people. Mess up the boots.
Well, we probably can't make a mess with water at ASD, so we'll have to use something safer like tasers. Wait, we can use stun guns that we can find from a supplier at ASD. The winner gets all of them to sell on Amazon.
Have we already shouted out your birthday, Joe?
We kind of have, yes. And thank you so much for the kind gift. Yes, you did not have to
Sorry,
do that.
the Wi-Fi is terrible.
It's all right.
All right, Joe. Happy birthday to you. I'm gonna hop off, buddy.
Yeah, we're over the 53 minutes, but I really love the fact everybody got on today and enjoyed the nice weather with me and celebrated the 53rd birthday.
So
What's that?
you anything fun tonight?
Nope. No, I'm gonna work on the lakeshore, man. Trying to get the summer stuff in, dock, boats, jet skis. That's fun for me. It is. Happy to do that, and then start getting my. There she is. Hello, Melinda.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know. Lots to talk about.
I know. Didn't you go to Australia?
I went to Australia. I went to Vegas. Now I'm back in Los Angeles.
Dang.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
how's that?
Jonathan.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I will enjoy a nice Starbucks on you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was very sweet.
Joe, for
we
your
should-
birthday, I'll send you my best Asen and supplier. So let me send that over.
Yeah,
to you.
send me. That's what I want for my birthday. I want since I'm not buying any OA, I want one good OA ASIN.
Oh.
Got a few.
Yeah, no, you know, I'm just teasing, but it is weird not buying stuff as much as I want. It's weird. It's kind of a weird feeling, you know. But
Maybe you should
next
spend
couple
53K on your 53rd birthday.
53.
53.
Yeah. Well, it's
could do that.
interesting is I did spend. Yeah. So there's a wholesale product that we're working with this actually what Corey was talking about. Like I said, it's just under 400K this buy, and I some of those items popped up on OA a couple weeks ago from two different retailers. Brent and I actually were on the phone. I think we were talking when it happened, and like Sawyer sent something over, and he's like, "Hey, look, these showed up." And it was like a flash. It really could have been an 8A flip, like truly a good flip.
I had them carded. I should have just done it for the heck of it.
Well, glad you did because I did.
Oh, did you? Did you?
Yeah, like 15K worth. Yeah, but I didn't do it to. So me, I'm protecting the group. I did it to protect the group because I didn't want to see that item out there. I also know that supplier, the way they ship them. Well, it was on Amazon, and it was on Home Depot. The Home Depot side, I know the way they ship the product. The boxes will probably show up damaged. But just in case somebody was going to go in and take them, I went and carded them all and scheduled them for shipment to two different stores, which have never been picked up at this point. So the sale is now over. Oh, Melinda's gone, and Melinda's back. The sale is now over.
Did you sweep the Amazon ones too, or just the Home?
I did not. So somebody did on those. But Amazon went out of stock and then came back in stock. And so it'll be weird to see what happens on them. I just don't want to see it affect the group. I don't want to see it affect the group, you know, and again, the volume on these things, it'll be minimal. 50 units isn't going to really damage it too bad anyways. So because of the volume, but again, it just shows you what length I go to protect our friends. And at the end of it, if I end up, so I'm going to actually go to the store and inspect them because they got delivered to store. And if their boxes are good, I'll probably keep them. I've already sold two to friends of mine just locally, right at the cost. I just said, hey, you want one of these? You can have them. Just come pick it up someday from me. So yeah, that was the idea there. Who cares? Melinda, can I ask how you're doing? Any updates? Melinda, she's having some connection problems. Melinda. All right. Well, we have definitely. Oh, you back, Melinda? Melinda, can you hear us? No, Melinda.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Brent.
My system bugged out, like frozen. It's weird. Maybe that's what happened to her too somehow.
That's weird. I don't know, Melinda. One last shot here, and then no. I guess not. Well, guys, gals, I I'm gonna cut it off for the day. I really want to go work on my lake shore. And you back, Melinda? Nope.
Nope.
All right, Peter.
Have
thank
a
you
good
for
birthday,
joining.
Joe.
Happy birthday,
Steven,
Joe.
I'm sorry for sending you that link sooner. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I really
Joe?
appreciate it.
Happy
Yep.
birthday. Also, I'm still expecting graduation gifts. A great supplier, a great ASIN also is a great graduation gift.
Okay. That I can do.
I'm joking.
That I can do.
Or a little bowling trip. Bowling trip make me will also work. That's that.
I still don't know if I want to take you there. That scares
I'm
me.
on best behavior. I seriously would be on good behavior. Like no joking around. I'd be on the best behavior you've ever seen me on.
Peter's wondering what this is about, but let's just say it involves Secret Service. So, yeah, he wants to go bowling.
I'm gonna go. Joe, I'd give you a rack if we go bowling. Like I would pay $1,000 to go bowling.
Might be tough.
It's about the money, but I would. If
it's not about the money.
$1,000. I would pay $1,000 and do it. I want to do it so bad.
Real quick before we go, did your $1,000 reward work out for your? Have you made any headway on your missing shipment?
No.
What was it worth again, Stephen? What was your out of pocket, not the resale value? What was
$20K, but like it would have made like $30K out of pocket, and it would have been $20K profit in Q4.
Hey, Brent, did you Brent? You know what? This is what we're all about here is connecting. So Stephen had a shipment go in that went missing. So UPS, right, Stephen?
No, it was the Amazon side lost it.
That's what I was gonna ask. Am I frozen on your guys' screens, or can you see me?
No,
we see it.
Oh, I'm frozen.
So
My
Steven,
screen's
tell
totally
us what
frozen.
Maybe Brent's heard of this before too, right? So maybe give a quick brief.
Yeah, so I sent a shipment in like November, arrived at Amazon, and just never checked in. So I took photos of their tracking IDs, and then I went to Thailand. My phone got stolen, so I lost the photos of the tracking ID. But they also, so I have no track ID. Amazon, once the shipment closed, removed the tracking IDs, and so they're like, "Can you submit the invoices?" We submit the invoices, and then now they're like, "We need tracking information," but they removed it from their API. As the shipment closed, they decided to remove it.
Yeah, it's a new thing they've done. I think shipments only live 60 days, and then they delete all the content from them. It's stupid. Are they asking you for drop-off receipts?
No, they're
Or
asking me
just-
for tracking info.
just the tracking info?
55 out of 1,800 units checked in. So one box made it.
It sucks.
Do you not, before your phone was stolen, that's a story in itself. Did you not have photos being backed up to the cloud?
Nope.
Are those?
That was 99 cents a month, Melinda.
No, I know people that don't do it. And so I'm just confirming that. Well, obviously, Stephen, have you put it on now?
Oh yeah, it's all now. We got Google Photos. We got the whole 9 yards set up now.
Yeah.
But
was that dangerous goods, Steven, or is that Amazon?
Regular.
Amazon
standard.
And they say they don't have the record of it.
Yep. I'll have to sue. I'm gonna keep fighting this, but I'll probably have to end up suing somebody for it. I might even go after Inventory Labs because it might be easier than Amazon or something like that for not even holding the tracking information.
I have a pretty good lawyer. I haven't had to use him for anything yet, but I have him on speed dial for when I have anything like this because he'll $200. He'll submit some arbitration for you, kind of thing, to get something through. Which I have two things right now too. Like one of my partner stores has a $4,000 box missing. Similar situation to yours. Actually, no, two boxes, half the shipment, one box checked in fully, one box completely missing, $4,000. I've got a box missing right now from my store that my employee, I don't know what happened to the box. There's no record of any tracking anywhere. So it's 6 months later now. I'm to the apparently UPS waits 6 months before the liquidators are allowed to sell the stuff they get. So I'm like probably in the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna start smacking all the liquidators with like documentation and email saying, "Do you have my $4,000 box?" Locally here. I don't know what that box just disappeared, never checked in, and it never even got scanned at a UPS store. But I have one like yours that I might on one of my partner stores, my brother-in-law's store actually, that I might have him talk to this lawyer and send in because we have all the invoice, all documentation. Sucks you don't have tracking numbers though. That's
Yeah, they removed it. What's funny is you toggle on and see missing tracking information, like in your shipments. You click missing tracking information, that shipment doesn't pop up.
Well, what does the shipment show tracking? Like it shows checked in and stuff?
And once it showed checked in, but never received.
Yeah, but now it shows nothing.
It now shows nothing, but there's a little toggle in your shipments where it says missing tracking info. There's only 2 shipments missing there's shipments missing tracking info. There's only one. It's one of the first shipments I ever sent out. I butchered the whole thing, but my big one, it's saying the tracking info somewhere. So I think Amazon removed it just trying to save their ass on $53,000.
53,000?
Yes, of total value of the shipment.
Retail.
Of like the profit and the it would have been lost profit of 20-some thousand.
Even if it's retail though, that's worth hiring someone. Hire someone.
Yeah,
I can shoot you this guy's phone number. I like this guy.
Who are you using, Brent?
Let me find his name. Again, I haven't hired. I've done a lot of free consults with this guy for all kinds of different things. I haven't had to hire him for anything yet, but I just referred him over to my biggest brand direct. He's gonna run their entire brand protection program and stuff. Let me find this. He's in New York, I think. Where are you at, Steven? You're all over the place. You live around the world.
Pennsylvania right now, but yeah, a little bit everywhere.
I have to apologize too. We had a couple questions over here. I was popping between stuff. So Armand was asking the minimum number of pallets for an FTL. So what's interesting is there's no minimum. You can pay the price if you want to pay it for one pallet. So FTL is typically the cost of the truck, not necessarily what's in the truck. So let's just say the rate's $1,100. It's going to be $1,100 whether you have one pallet or you have 26 pallets. That's typically the norm. Sometimes there's an upcharge for less than a full load, or they'll do some weird stuff. But like we've done FTLs for as low as 7 or 8 pallets, because the FTL for the units we were selling, it added $1 per item cost. And with the FTL, utilizing Amazon Freight, was getting live check-in, right? So there's a benefit to that. That live check-in where stuff tends to go up for sale or be available in your storefront much quicker. Maybe not all the units, but a portion of them typically. So sorry about that. I didn't answer that sooner. And then I didn't know Sadiq was over on the other side too. He said he couldn't join us. I think he's still whacked out on meds from his surgery. I don't know, but I think Steven's +1. He's talking about I think that was probably when we were talking about the daughters. Correct. Oh man! All right, guys, gals. Oh, go ahead.
I shot this over to you on Instagram, Steven. I also just posted it here too, actually.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Brent.
He does free consults, so no harm in getting on an hour-long phone call with him. See how competent you feel like he is. He's pretty cool. He seems like a straight shooter. He can get crap done.
Does he do retainer?
I don't think he hasn't pitched me on it, so I don't know if he does.
So there's that other legal team, Jeff Schick, and he does like $89 a month. If you have any issues, I'm with him at the moment.
That's why I reached out to them. Like, we've never really had to deal with like this kind of like situation of lost tracking.
So Melinda, sorry, Steve.
I'll just consultate both of them and see what I see will be more competent with this issue. I was thinking,
like, these guys do free consults. I think this guy, anyone watching, is Travis Stockman. I think he's a New York lawyer. I've done so many random consults with him for an hour, and he's just like, "Cool, okay, let me know if you need me." Like, but actually,
Nice
I'm
guy.
sending business to him now, so that's cool.
Right. That's well, hopefully, Melinda, you don't need another one. Hopefully, the team you've got helping you now with your issue, right? Hopefully, this week you're reactivated and back up and running.
Yes. I was telling my brother all about it, and just like, you're guilty until proven innocent for nothing. You know, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I have Section 3 right now, Stephen and Brent, and my account's deactivated. It's unbelievable.
I just beat.
You're
one
fully
last night.
deactivated right now.
Fully deactivated. Can't get my money. Can't sell.
Are you're deactivated, or they just froze your money and froze your shipments?
Well, the whole thing. The whole thing. My store doesn't show up if I try to find it. And they've made a mistake in also what they're asking. So, and I sent them, you know, I can't even call them. If you're deactivated, you can't call them. You have to do everything via email, which is really frustrating because, you know, it's always better to speak to somebody on the phone. But I do feel confident I'll get through it. I really do. But you just don't know. Look at Roma, right? Did Roma do anything really terrible?
Oh, we lost her.
Very different. But his mom also got shut down, you know, by association.
I think they're listening to us and they keep shutting you down on your connection here today.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Is it all over the place?
No, you cut out. You dropped out again and came right back. That's funny. You're back though.
Hey,
All
Steven,
right.
Steven, it's not letting me message you on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe you have to do something on your end.
Wait, what?
Can you see it in the chat in here? The info, guys. Can you see in the private chat?
Yeah, it's here too.
Let me know if you got it, because I do want to not be too rude, but I have to take advantage of this good weather and get working on the property.
Just find me, Steven. You can shoot me a message.
I'll connect you guys in
I
text.
found it.
Actually. Oh, you got it. Okay.
Well, hey,
All
good
right.
luck with that, Melinda.
Hey, love you guys.
One of these guys
Thank
too.
you, my friends. Thank you for joining today. I really appreciate it. We will talk soon. Like I said, this might be our last Sunday for anybody else watching, for not the show entirely, but for Sunday mornings. And we might look to do a happy hour edition, Coffee and Commerce, for the summer months coming up here. I'll work on that this week and see what we can figure out. Steven?
A later time?
Yeah, we'll do later time. It'll be like I'm thinking like a 5 to 7 time frame, East Coast. So get you guys on the West Coast and Mid Coast and Central Coast and South Coast and North Coast, and try to get it worked out for everyone.
All the coast.
Good. Well,
All the
happy
coast.
birthday, Joe. Appreciate you.
Well, I
Happy
appreciate that.
birthday. Congrats, Steven.
Yeah.
Big day.
What's
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See y'all.
Guys. Have a
See
good
you.
one.
Bye-bye.
Bye.